When we moved to Washington in 2019, we didn't know much about the state outside of Seattle. But our lack of knowledge about the state was part of the reason why we would start our channel later that year.
We can honestly say mission accomplished, because by getting out and doing our show, we have definitely learned a lot about the state of Washington. With October 17th, 2025, marking 6 years since starting TWB, we wanted to break down the top 6 things we learned since moving to the state of Washington.
Number 1, the state isn't just water and evergreens. With the most known city in the state, Seattle, sitting on the water, surrounded by mountains and evergreens, it's easy to overlook the fact that Washington actually has a contrasting diversity of ecosystems.
That's right, in Seattle and the rest of the cities on the west side of the state, it's easy to see the ocean on the coastline, the waterways on the sound, and of course, the evergreen forest. There's even a rainforest over here. But when you cross the Cascades, things change dramatically.
Yes, the east side of the state is totally different. Eastern Washington consists of deserts and farmland. Plus, opposed to the western side, the east side actually gets 4 seasons. Again, all of this was not known to us prior to our move.
Number 2, those beautiful mountains are volcanoes. That's right, the beautiful mountain ranges that surround the city include some of the most notorious volcanoes in the country, some of which erupted in recent memory, and one that is being watched very carefully today.
While experts keep a watchful eye on all of the active volcanoes, we can at least say that they aren't as scary as the state's proximity to one of the most dangerous fault lines in the world, the Cascadia Subduction Zone. Number 3, Washington produces some of the best wine grapes in the country. Thanks to the soil as a result of prior volcanic eruptions, farmers take advantage of the fertile farmland, which includes producing some of the best wine grapes in the country.
Those top-tier grapes contributed to Washington wines being celebrated as some of the best wine in the country. Because of the amazing wine, Washington cities like Lake Chelan and Walla Walla have become premier tourist destinations within the state. Number 4, the ferry system is an integral part of transportation within the state. Due to cities being spread out across the water, the Washington ferry system is an important option of transportation for people trying to get back and forth for work and even everyday activities like grocery shopping.
Growing up and living a majority of our lives in Missouri, the ferry system was a foreign concept to us, but we've learned how to use them and when to use them.
And which one to use.
Number 5, how to use chains. It was a huge learning experience when we moved to Washington and realized that during certain parts of the year, in order to drive through the mountain passes, chains are required. We of course were like, what?
So if you didn't know, chains go on tires and provide traction for vehicles driving through slippery conditions. During parts of the year, you are actually required to carry them in your car, even if you have 4-wheel drive. Our first winter up here, we bought our first set of chains, but 6 years later, we still need help putting them on. Number 6, despite the low black population, Washington has some rich black history. That's right, even outside of Seattle's contributions via the Central District, we have learned some really fascinating black stories around Washington since moving here.
Like the 2 black men who founded Washington Towns that are still operating today, George Bush in Tumwater and George Washington in Centralia, or the Black Washington miners in Roslyn, Washington. You might have heard that there may be a film coming out about that one next year.
Yes, learning about these stories and many more has been a joy for us doing the show. And ironically, by doing our show, we are also in a way making Washington State Black history. Well, there you have it. 6 things we learned about Washington State since moving here.
We've absolutely enjoyed the last 6 years living here and the last 6 years producing our show, TWB. And we want to thank you for supporting and following along on our journey.
We hope to continue at least 6 more years. But until then, beautiful people, stay up, stay true, and do you.